Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated super lightweight knockout artist. It is, of course, Mr. Gary Antuanne Russell. Gary, welcome back on the show, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Hey, the pleasure's mine every single time. I'm happy that you're back on. So, Gary, we last spoke back in August. It was fight week for your fight against Kent Cruz. You were saying to me, Cruz is hungry. He doesn't know how to lose, but it didn't take him long to learn. A first-round knockout for you. Your eighth first-round knockout, which is crazy. Talk me through that sole round of the fight.
Like I said before, in this profession, in most cases, not the brute strength, but the more intelligent person wins. I think it falls down in the category of you executing the plan. Both parties and participants, they come with a game plan. Not saying that the game plan wouldn't work, but it just goes back to who execute the game plan first, because you do a lot of studying on your opponent and you start to see the kinks in their armor. And it's your job as a fighter to exploit that, take advantage of that. And honestly, that's just what I did. I saw the kinks in this armor, and I took advantage of it. I exploited it. That was actually something that we was working on in camp. The left uppercut to the body, right hook after. Make sure I finish with a left cross. So it was like a 3-punch combination, but I never got the chance to get the other two in. So I just executed the game plan. That's all. It was accessible for that shot.
Yeah, for sure. It didn't take you long. Since then, is it fair to say that things had gone a little bit quiet up until the fight announcement here?
Yeah, I guess so. You can say I could have had a lot more publicity and more promoting that was done, but it's all right. The show still goes on, and I got to make sure that I put myself on the mat with my showmanship.
Well, I tell you what, that answer there leads me perfectly into my next question. Just before your fight announcement the other week, Leonard Ellaby put a tweet out on Twitter, and I'm going to quote him word for word. He said, "Who is the most feared fighter that nobody's raising their hand to fight in the 140 division? I mean nobody that wants that smoke. And privately, all the fighters know he's the least talked about, but he's a bad, bad dude who can fight his backside off. Who is this fighter?" And a lot of people in the comments were saying, Gary Antuanne Russell, Gary Antuanne Russell. Are they right?
Oh, hell to the white, yes. Yes, hell yes.
Simple.
But I'm not the flamboyant type of person. And I wouldn't say that I'm very arrogant either. But confident, I am that. And I believe in people giving the justice where the justice is due. The credit where the credit is due.
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, let's talk about your upcoming fight. It's finally been announced. All the fans, all the media really delighted with that. June the 15th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, you'll be stepping in with yet another undefeated fighter, this time in the shape of the 22-0 former WBA world champion Alberto Puello. What do we know about Puello, Gary?
That he's coming to be victorious, and he's rangy. Of course, there's a lot more, but I don't want to give away the game plan. That'll be foolish. The best attack is the one that you don't see coming.
Okay, well, I'll ask you this then, and again, I don't expect you to say too much now because you just said that, but how do you see this fight playing out stylistically?
Stylistically, just as any rangy fighter, I will have to work more, to close the distance and stuff like that, versus having someone that's my height, relatively short, short reach, that's going to see me in the middle of the ring. They're not going to just move around and try to keep me at bay. I think that's something that will be a natural ability for a long, tall fighter to do. Just keep the short fighter at bay. Make sure he don't get inside, close the distance and stuff like that to get anything effective off. But it's always a game plan to any different style of technique. It's just, like I said, it's just a thing of a person executing their game plan the right way. And me personally, I think he's going to be rangy. I think the fight is going to go a little duration before I start poking holes in him. He's going to give a resistance, as should, but we're going to see how long that lasts.
And if you do get the stoppage, it will be 18-0 with all 18 by KO, which is just incredible, man. Do people ever say to you, champ, what round are you going to stop him in so I can put a bet down? Do people ask you that?
They have before.
What kind of position does that put you in?
I've been thinking about betting on myself, to be honest.
Say that again?
I said they have before, and I've been thinking about betting on myself, to be honest. Because I know what I can do.
Yeah.
I know my talent.
No, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. Another thing that's very interesting. The fight takes place on the 15th, which means you'll be making weight on your birthday.
Yes.
Do you have a plan for that specific day yet?
No. It's been plenty of times that we've been in training camp on my birthday. We fought on my birthday, so it's kind of like a thing of we just got to bite the bullet right now, prioritize. We can handle it after. We can deal with my birthday celebratories after I come out victorious. And that's pretty much that. I was thinking about going to Paris.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's a cool plan. That is a cool plan, man. That's cool. So no cake on the Friday.
No, not at all.
Had to think about that one there. Okay, plenty of cake in Paris, I'm sure. You'll also be boxing. Sorry, go on, Gary. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't cut me off. I was just agreeing to what you said. Yeah, plenty of cake that's going to be in Paris.
You'll also be boxing for the interim WBC world title. Obviously, we know the current full champion is Devin Haney. I know that you would fight absolutely anyone, but surely, if you were to pick up an interim title here, the target has to be Haney, above everyone else, surely.
Right, that's what I was shooting for. He still has the title. I don't know how these opponents are going to be moving around dealing with him. Right now, you have what is his name? Sandor. I want to say Sandor Martin.
Oh, Sandor Martin. Yeah.
He's supposed to be fighting Devin Haney for that. Allegedly, but I'm not sure. You never know what's going to happen. But whoever right now got the title, that's who's on my hit list. It's no, I got a grudge with this person, or I got a vendetta against this person. No, I just got a plan. I got a well thought out plan, an agenda, and right now, Alberto Puello, he's standing in the way of that. And if anybody else that has the title versus it'd be Devin Haney, Teofimo, or what's the guy? Sabril Matias. Doesn't matter. They all on the hit list. I told people I want undisputed before I move up or down in weight.
Wow. I tell you what, just hearing you... Sorry, again, I keep cutting you off. Sorry, Gary, go on.
I said I at least want to clean up my division.
Yeah, that would be incredible, man. That would be incredible. I mean, like I say, the guys you've just named there, even hearing you name Sabril Matias gives me goosebumps. I mean, that is just such a fantastic fight. I would love to see that fight. I'm sure everyone else would. I do want to ask you, though, one guy you didn't mention there, I mean, he doesn't have a title, and to be quite honest, his future in the sport at the moment is up for debate, what's going to happen. But what did you make of Ryan Garcia's win against Devin Haney, if you saw some of that?
Ooh, I actually called that fight. And then I kind of came back behind the statement that I made out of pity. I really wanted Devin Haney to win. It's like home team, you got to go with the home team even though they're trash. I'm not calling Devin Haney trash or nothing like that, but it's just like home court advantage. You got to go with the home court, you know? So it's like that was one of the things that made me double back and say, look, Devin Haney, he got the ability to win, but he got to pull it off. His coach can tell him what to do. His cornerman can give him some type of level of enthusiasm to pump him up. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney got to go in there and pull all of this stuff off. He got to do that. But I saw the mentality in Ryan Garcia, and I said, yeah, Ryan Garcia coming to hurt. I see the details in both of their styles of fighting. You know, Ryan Garcia, he's been a sneaky puncher. He's not no person who's like willing to hit you and run. If he hits you and runs because he missed his hard shot that he was trying to knock you out with. And now he's trying to gauge his distance again so he can try it again. Versus Devin Haney, he's going to take you in deep water, take you the whole 12 rounds. He's going to put rounds in the bank because he's not looking for a knockout. Styles make fights. And I said this to the reporter. I said, look, Ryan Garcia, honestly, he's coming in here to knock his boy out. And he got the ability to do it. He got the speed, he got the pop, and he got the aggression. He got the level of tenacity that he needs. And right now, he got the perfect style for Devin Haney to do exactly what he want to do. He can pull it off. And he came in 3 pounds overweight on purpose.
Well, it's interesting to hear you say all of that, you know. There was obviously a lot of people that felt that Garcia was kind of tailor-made for Haney, and that, you know, a lot of us were proved wrong. But it's interesting to hear, you know, someone of your level say that. And obviously, yeah, you were right. It was a nightmare for Devin to deal with. I don't want to run over with the time that we have, so it's just 1 to 2 more questions for you that I'm going to keep nice and short. It's over 2 years now since we saw your older brother Gary Russell Jr. in the ring. I know that obviously he's involved with the training and all the rest of it. Does he himself have plans to fight again anytime soon?
I mean, right now his focus is on us. You know, I got another brother, Gary Antonio Russell, that's been in the gym. He's trying to make sure that things is working right. You know, all cylinders are firing and clicking and ticking how they supposed to. You know, but ultimately the main focus is me right now. And he's not done. It's not like he's washed up or anything or damaged goods. You know, his shoulder's back good. His hand is back good. Right now, I just think he's doing a responsible thing as the oldest brother to direct his attention on me because I got something coming up. Yeah. You know, but he's not legally bound or obligated to any other promotion company or anything like that. So I'm not sure what he's going to do in the future. But as of now, he's trying to make sure that I'm all the way right for this fight. We take things one step at a time, and we're going to keep our stuff systematically clicking. Like we not going to rush or do anything outside of the normal that's going to put us in a position where as though we got too much in our hands that we got to deal with at this point. It was a story told to me about these 2 bulls by my father. It was like young bull, old bull, top of the hill. As they walk and they look down on the bottom of the hill and see a lot of cows. The young bulls say, "Oh, let's run down there and fuck one of those bulls." The old bulls say, "Nah, let's walk down there and fuck them all." In other words, take your time. Do things one step at a time. You know, take your time. You ain't got to rush with everything. So we definitely not going to corral ourselves in the corner because we're rushing.
Wow, that's a great story. I've got a lot of questions in my own mind now, because my star sign is a Taurus, the bull, so I don't know whether I'm going to run down the hill or walk down it, Gary, so that's given me something to think about all weekend. Just before we wrap things up, please, if you just want to sign out with a closing message to the listeners. You're such a philosophical young man. It's always great hearing some advice just before we wrap things up, my friend. The floor's yours.
The sky's the limit, and don't ever stop believing in yourself. If you believe that you can do it with enough hard work, enough dedication, determination, it can come to life.
There we go. Perfect words. It's fantastic to hear you say that, Gary. Listen, as always, it is my pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck for June 15th, and we'll speak sometime afterwards, my friend.
Appreciate it so much, mate. Ciao.